Sydney, welcome to my Flock and Squawk. Today's Vlogmas, I'm going to be making split pea soup because where I live, it's very cold and wintry for Christmas. So what's better than a nice pot of soup? And this is like a fantastic way to use up leftover ham, which we have because Mom had made a ham a couple nights ago. Then she took the ham bone, put it in some water with carrot, onion, celery, and made a stock. So that's sitting aside, but to get started, I put in my pot a little bit of oil, some carrots, onions, and celery that was already chopped and ready to go. So I'm just going to saute this down so that way like some of the onion gets like translucent, carrots are slightly softened, you know, just the standard soup stuff. So this is kind of a tutorial, but also like I highly recommend checking out your own recipes, like thinking about your own taste. But yeah, this is happy Vlogmas. So we've made it pretty far. I can't lie, it's been a little difficult at times, but I've been enjoying it. Like, it's been a nice change of pace, and it's nice that it's kind of like proving to myself that I can do daily content, even if I think that, you know, my normal posting once a week is a little bit more realistic for my lifestyle at this point. Because I've mentioned it before, but I do have a full-time, non-YouTube, non-content job. My content doesn't pay me anything at this time, and as much as I would enjoy being able to pursue content more, it's just not feasible at this point. But yeah, let's just get this going. Let's make soup. So this is looking pretty good. I'm going to add in my ham, which we also had pre-chopped. So it's all been ready to go. I kind of just want like this to heat up and like some of the fat to render a little bit now that the ham is in, and you know, kind of just poke at it to break up some of the big chunks. But you know, just trying to get everything all merry and happy together. So yeah, this is the kind of soup that comes together super easy, and like, I don't know, it's kind of like a peasant food. Not in a bad way, just sort of like it's hearty, you can have it on the back burner all day, filling, and relatively cheap, because at least for us, even when we had a larger household of 4 to 6 people, like this was filling and it went a long way. And a ham goes a long way, especially if you have a smaller household and you get a decent sized ham. And like the ham bone was able to make stock, it goes into sandwiches, the primary meal of when we first had it. You know, like some of these things like really make a difference. And then for my peas, these are like the only things that, the only necessary measurements needed is I'm doing 3 cups of peas, and because it's 1 cup of peas to 3 cups of water, I measured out my peas, so I have 3 cups dried split peas, and that means I need 9 cups of liquid. So I have that stock over there, and then I need to do just a little supplementary stock, because what we made from the ham bone ends up being about 8 cups, so I need about 1 more cup. But I have that at the ready on the sidelines as I'm just like heating up, getting this going. And then once I add the peas and the liquid, I'm gonna put the lid on and just let it simmer and hang out. As I've been standing over my vegetable ham mixture, I've just been kind of thinking about how soup like kind of relates to Christmas. Obviously, like I said, I live in an area that gets cold for Christmas, and therefore we eat more soups when it's cold. But also like split pea in particular, I was thinking it's like, it's green, it It's reminiscent of the Grinch, and green is one of the top Christmas colors. So in that regard, it's perfect for Vlogmas. Also, like, I don't know. What is Christmas and winter about if not partly about cozy, homey foods? Like, this just brings so much warmth and comfort. So, I got my split peas, like I said, 3 cups. And I'm just gonna pour them in. And then I have my just under, or it is right about 8 cups of liquid. And I had skimmed off most of the fat because after Mom made the stock, she put it in the fridge, so I skimmed off the majority that was on the top before I put it in here and measured it out. So let's just add that in. And then I'm going to add another cup in. Last cup of stock, I'm just going to be using some chicken stock. And honestly, split pea is one of those soups that you could easily make vegetarian or vegan. You would just use vegetable stock and obviously not use ham. But you could probably use like a different meat alternative that would give a similar texture perhaps. Or you could just do straight pea soup. But yeah, my stock is in. I'm going to stir this and then move it on the back burner for a few hours. So I'm gonna probably check this every so often, and yeah, but that is pretty much how the soup is gonna be made, so I will jump back in once it is ready to serve and like dish up, or if there are any additional thoughts from making it. I personally did not add any extra salt because the ham is salty, the stock should be salty. I did put pepper, but like, you can easily improvise your own seasonings. I just am gonna let it be and see when it's closer to being done, and I'll let you know if I add anything significant. Here is our soup a few hours later. It's looking fantastic, and you'll see that it's a little bit looser than what you kind of think for split pea soup, but it will thicken up as it chills and then is reheated and whatnot because the peas will continue expanding. But there you have it. So there is our soup for tonight, and I'm going to enjoy it with my mom and some Real Housewives. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me with this Vlogmas. The rough instructions were in this video. Like I said, the only thing that I really measured were the peas and the stock. So yeah, there you have it. But thank you so much for joining me on this Vlogmas and my Flock and Squawk. So yeah, bye!